our opinions, final score is not necessarily indicative of how like 2 3/4 of a 4-quarter game this was.
Yeah.
The fourth quarter, as we all know, Stephen Curry got hot. Sometimes there's nothing you could do. In my opinion, this loss falls on not a player, but a coach. And it's this guy right here who is going to address every reporter, Tyronn Lue. So take a look at what he had to say post-game, and then we'll come back and discuss his sentiments.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, he makes tough shots. That's what he does. And even switching to pick and roll, having a 5-man guarding him, it makes a move. You get a good contest. But once he releases it, he sees the basket, he usually makes it. But he's going to make tough shots. That's what he does.
Discussing Stephen Curry right there. Yeah, he's going to make tough shots. But then again, they're not even tough for him anymore. It's just, it's par for the course, right?
I saw bad shots go up in the first half. And the crowd was like, oh, when he missed it, like, oh, that was so close. I was like, it shouldn't have been close, but it was.
Yeah, it was.
Every time. So,
but then he started making them.
There's no such thing as a bad shot.
No, there's no such thing as a bad shot with him. So here's what else he said, and I completely disagree with this to preface. I didn't think we started the game like we needed to start, said Tyronn Lue. I think not being physical enough. They score 8 in a row to start the game. So again, we can't start the game like that. With that being said, we still fought, clawed back, being down 4, blah, blah, blah. He says nothing. Okay, here's where I think the game completely changed. In the first quarter, Kevin Durant, 2 quick fouls. 2 quick ones at the 6:05 mark and then the 3:19 mark. Klay Thompson had 3 fouls. Had 3 fouls in the first half. Here's where he picked up his third, I believe, was on the Tristan Thompson parking his ass on the low block, which is exactly what they should do. And then here's another one where he would foul LeBron James every time they would get that mismatch. You know who else they didn't have? This guy named Andre Iguodala, who won Finals MVP for not stopping but somewhat containing him.
Did he?
You know how many fouls these guys had at the end of the game? I was amazed by this. Kevin Durant finished with 3, Klay Thompson with 3. Are you bleeping kidding me? Okay, here's another thing, by the way. We could show this and we'll talk over it. Is Klay Thompson had a bad ankle, right?
Well, it didn't seem like it.
No, it didn't seem like it, but he looked weary pregame. Draymond Green admitted in the postgame, I didn't think he was gonna go. So you know what you do? Especially when he has 3 fouls, you continue to attack him. When a shark smells blood, he isn't like, nah, he's hurt.
Well, this is the hard part. I mean, how much was Klay Thompson naturally or in every situation put on, say, LeBron? Because you have to get LeBron the ball. Especially on the road, you have to get him the ball and get him to try and score or put some pressure. If they're keeping Klay from him, I get your sentiment, but sometimes it's hard to force it so much.
I disagree completely.
Because then what, you're gonna feed it to if you put your injured player on someone who doesn't get the ball much to avoid his interaction.
Let me ask you a question. In the Golden State-Houston series, Golden State tried to mask the deficiency of Stephen Curry. And they would have him on PJ Tucker, they would have him on Trevor Ariza, they would have him on Eric Gordon, and they would basically, defensively, from a strategic perspective, be like, whoever's in the corner, you take that guy because it's gonna take more time for him to fight through one of our other defensive guys. Maybe they switch, and that's when Klay goes up and takes the screen or what have you. No matter what they did and what Cleveland did not do was go after that one player. So Steph would come up and there would always be a pick and roll. It's a pick and roll league, okay? What Cleveland didn't do was say, oh yeah, so Klay is on JR, we should have JR be the screener. Oh, so we should run a few.
So that he has to switch and then get on.
Yes, yes. This is so freaking easy. And all I wanted to do was have my Tristan Thompson inner voice be like, no. Tyronn Lue, no. I wanted to throw my phone
what is the thought?
Out my window and literally take, if I were a Cavs fan, I would take my entire TV and I would stomp on it like I'm Michael Vick's brother, Marcus Vick, on that player when he played for Virginia Tech. So I was so mad.
I agree with you to a point on it because I agree with you mostly on it actually. The only thing is I mean, how many points did Klay have for the game? Like what, 22 or something like that?
Klay had 20.
Yeah, Klay had a good game.
Klay had 20 and Kevin Durant had 26. How do you not go after these guys when they're in foul trouble?
So the thing, you don't want to go after guys and trying to get fouls on them, you go after them because of they're the weak link, you know, and not you don't want to expect fouls. That's the only thing where I was a little bit when you were texting about that. I was a little bit disagreeing on. Just you don't want to be like, let's go after him so we can get fouls on him, because then you're trying to get fouls instead of trying to play ball, you know, and then you get yourself caught up with complaining with the refs.
Isn't that strategy in order to help yourself score more points in the long run?
You're depending on refs to help you. You want to play to do this, and then refs, therefore, well, you know, you don't be like, we're going to get some fouls on Clay. What if you don't get those fouls on Clay?
When they had the switch, and we could show it again, where Tristan Thompson went up against Klay Thompson, Thompson on Thompson, Tristan offense, Klay defense, they could have ran that play 5 million straight times, and I would have been okay with it. I understand that they're going away from what they're quote unquote good at, which is, hey LeBron, dribble the ball and let's see if you could score. You know what's actually really good? Having Tristan Thompson get guys like Klay Thompson in foul trouble. And yeah, you're depending on the referee, so we'll get into a little bit later on. Did not aid the Cavaliers at all, but I like my odds getting Kevin Durant and Klay Thompson out of the game for long stretches of that game, in a game that you absolutely need at the Oracle.
Again, it's a mixed bag.
This is on Tyronn Lue.
As Tyronn Lue said, it's a mixed, he didn't say it's a mixed bag. I'm saying it because of what he did say. The beginning of the game started, they're running 8 straight buckets. You got to catch up. And you're thinking, oh man, we at least have to stay close, which they did most of the game, which we already talked about before.
Yes, they did.
They stayed within round 10, under 10, 8 to 9 points. 7 to 10. So in doing that, you need somebody to score, and if your objective is dumping to Tristan, which is fine, but is he going to be your primary scorer now?
It's indicative that they get the switch that they need. That was my whole point. And they did.
Maybe run Jayar off those screens, yes, to get the switch.
Yes,
I hear you on that.
Absolutely.
But just dumping it to Tristan is a little tough.
No, I
Do it some
understand
of the
that.
times.
But if you have a guy who is 5 to 6 inches smaller and like 35 to 40 pounds slimmer, I like my odds and I like my chances. Let us know your thoughts. Get at us on Twitter at TYT Sports.